Жек, Жек, покажи это смегал из «Властелин колец».
Моя прелесть. Никому не отдадим нашу прелесть.
That's really good.
Nerdrotic.com.
Amazon's upcoming TV series will cost approximately 465 million American pesos to produce one season, Variety has confirmed. Radio New Zealand reported that the series, which is currently filming in the country, will spend 650 million New Zealand Hobbit dollars for season one, which converts to 464.2 million US dollars. Sources confirmed that the hefty price tag is accurate, although it does include startup costs for launching the series that will presumably be spread over multiple seasons. But it doesn't include this. The cost of Lord of the Rings far exceeds other pricey TV series like HBO's Game of Thrones, Apple's The Morning Show, and Disney Plus's The Mandalorian, which all cost roughly $15 million per episode. Previous estimates of Lord of the Rings put the production budget at $500 million for multiple seasons, not to mention the $250 million cost just for the rights. So they've already spent $1 billion, folks. They've already spent $1 billion fucking dollars. Now, I know you all remember the George Lucas TV show, the Star Wars TV show that he was trying to produce, Star Wars Underworld. They already had multiple episodes written already. I heard a lot of crazy numbers, but scripts were written. Scripts by Frank Darabont, Ronald D. Moore, like fucking good writers. George wanted them to commit to 5 seasons. Nobody would do it. Nobody would be that stupid. Amazon has committed to 5 seasons. Amazon canceled The Lord of the Rings MMORPG. The cancellation came following a dispute between Amazon and Tencent. Tencent from China. The contract negotiations between Amazon and Tencent were said to have caused a dispute that eventually led to the game's cancellation. An Amazon spokesperson confirmed following Tencent's acquisition of Leyou, it had been unable to secure terms to proceed with the title at this time. The team will be shifted to other projects, and Amazon shared its disappointment in not being able to bring the project to the world. We love Lord of the Rings IP and are disappointed that we won't be bringing the game to customers. This joins Breakaway and Crucible as yet another canceled project for Amazon Game Studios, which itself was subject to another Bloomberg report that detailed the dysfunction and struggles with the studio has been dealing with. So the video game is canceled after 2 years. They haven't had $1 return on investment yet. Not a single dollar. Amazon is struggling because they have all the money in the world, and they're making a mistake that Tesla made. Yes, Tesla. I'm going to equate an auto company with Amazon. Tesla, when they got into the automotive biz, were going to do everything different. They weren't going to do it like the U.S. auto companies were. They were going to act like more of a tech company. So we're going to bring in different voices, different people. And it was a complete fucking disaster. So they eventually had to bring in people who knew what they were doing, like auto parts guys and stuff. Mwah. That's why they and it helped right the ship a little bit. Amazon goes through showrunners like fucking crazy. The person who negotiated the deal with Lord of the Rings, the $250 million deal, she's gone. Ryan Condell was going to be doing a Conan show for Amazon, and it was axed because it was too toxic, too masculine. Well, Ryan Condell is currently the showrunner for House of the Dragon. Lord of the Rings already costing upwards of $1 billion. We've had multiple actors leave because to be on the show, 5-year commitment. I've done 4 Lord of the Rings videos on my channel. One where somebody talked about Gandalf being female, which was stupid. The other one with the writing staff being fired, and they brought in a new writing staff to rewrite season 1 and write season 2. The test pilot got shot down. They lost a couple of actors. We have not seen a frame of footage. We have not seen a single publicity shot. We've only seen shots from a distance of cranes and tents. This show was announced in 2017. Christopher Tolkien died early last year. That's when things started ramping up. Can you make a fantasy especially from the godfather of fantasy, true escapism today? Can this be made today in the spirit of Tolkien? Now, they're adapting, I guess, the Silmarillion. I heard they didn't have the rights to it, but I'm guessing, what are they going to adapt? The appendices? Unfinished tales from the Second Age? There's no dialogue. Lots of interpretation. And there's certain things that the Tolkien estate can say niet to, including anything, and I mean anything that gets near any characters or events of The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbits in both the books and the Peter Jackson versions. They can't touch that shit. As far as the possibility of Amazon buying the rights to remake The Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, that would cost them probably another $250 million or $500 million or billion. I don't fucking know. It would be a lot. You see, the Tolkien estate is set for life. They don't need money. That book sells like fucking crazy. Still sells to this day. As a matter of fact, there's been a spike in sales of late. I wonder why. If Amazon fucks this up, they might as, you know what? They should get out of TV. I know they had a success with The Boys. Shit, they had a damn good Tick series. I don't know if you guys seen The Tick. Watch The Tick. It's so good. But they fucked up a lot of stuff too. Good omens. I don't know if they're ready for this. I don't know if they're ready for the big time. They got the money for the big time, but I don't know if they're ready for the big time. Costs are spiraling out of control. You want to know why? Because you hired Opie and Opie, Patrick McKay and JD Payne, who wrote half of a bad Star Trek movie script. And that's it. That's all they've done. They are running the most expensive show of all time, and they are from Bad Robot. Now, it was a murderer's row in that writer's room. It had Better Call Saul people, Westworld people, Breaking Bad people. Tom Shippey, gone. Elrond actor Will Poulter, who was perfect for the role, left. John Howe wasn't needed. Cogman, I don't care. And an actor, Todd Budge, leaves over his disagreement on how they portrayed the role. Is it going to be woke Lord of the Rings, intersectional Lord of the Rings? Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The question has to be asked, what if this is an amazing flop? That would be biblical. It's the most expensive show of all time. It's the biggest risk entertainment wise of all time. And it's crazy. We've come so far technologically, and it's still damn near impossible to adapt fantasy right. Even The Witcher, which had all the money in the world thrown at it, still looked pretty simple compared to The Lord of the Rings, which came out 20 years earlier. If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking and sharing the videos. It really does help. And if you did this with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.